Say, I got some new papers. Really different.
How are they different? You mean licorice or flags?
No, man. Stars and Stripes.
Wow, that's what I said, man. Flags.
You freak. Pacific Stars and Stripes, the newspaper.
What's special about that?
Dope. Dope.
Dope? What the kind of an answer is that?
Pacific Stars and Stripes is starting a weekly series on drug abuse.
Yeah?
Yeah, heavy. Pass it around.
Yeah, pass it around.
But our main job was to go through the waterways. We were also part of a swift boat group. We'd have swift boats tie up next to us who were patrol boats. And it was funny, we got a nickname. Our vessel would be called Mother, and the swift boats looked like a whole bunch of little ducklings behind them. So we'd actually have to just constantly work while we're on the rivers. And you try to work in teams. You had certain duties, certain things you had to do. When we made a beach landing, you were responsible for getting as much ammunition or food or supplies off as you can. During low tide, we'd beach at low tide, catch the high tide out. So we'd work around the clock.
The danger is not just relegated to the shores, but also underwater, as Roberts and his fellow crew members learn.
One of our biggest concerns were mines. When we were over there, they blew up the Westchester County, which was an LST, and they actually lost, I believe, it was something like 75 men on that thing. And so we're always concerned about mines or being minded and everything, and it got to a point that we do what they call sweeps. And what a sweep would be is your director of your 40mm guns, because they're electrically or electronically controlled, you would just keep sweeping back and forth, fore and aft, just to clean them out. And you take a 40mm and at that range, and 6 of them firing at the same time, you just rip the earth apart. And they just didn't bother us after a while, so we don't know if we killed them. Some of the other things that we would be concerned about is when we're coming back into Da Nang one time, it's called mostly like a Mike boat. A Mike boat would be like an LCVP. It has a big front door on it. You can put a small tank or small vehicle on it and drive it wherever you want and drive it ashore. As we were coming into Da Nang, they blew her up just as we were approaching her. And I think they had a crew of roughly about 10 on there, and I think half of them were killed.
Also included in the river fleets are patrol boats River, or PBRs. These small boats are first employed in Vietnam in March 1966 and soon grow to 250. These speedboats hold a 4-man crew. A PBR will be vital in the valor exhibited by Boatswain's Mate First Class James E. Williams on October 31st, 1966. Williams' PBR 105, along with another PBR, are seeking out Viet Cong guerrillas in the Mekong Delta. The Navy men are suddenly attacked by VC in 2 sampan boats. They eliminate one boat and pursue the surviving. It is a trap. The 2 boats are led into a hotbed of VC activity as the enemy opens fire with small arms and rocket-propelled grenades from positions on the riverbank. Despite the overwhelming numbers, Williams continues to lead his boats against the Viet Cong River forces. Air support from a UH-1B Huey-copter arrives, and Williams uses his boat's spotlights to reveal the positions of the enemy troopers. Williams' instructions to the pilot are clear and simple. The battle lasts for 3 hours, resulting in the destruction of over 50 Viet Cong vessels, the deaths of several VC soldiers, and the disruption of enemy operations. Williams, a 20-year veteran of the Korean and Vietnam Wars, is granted the Medal of Honor by President Johnson on May 15, 1968. His other awards include the Silver Star, Navy Cross, Legion of Merit, Navy and Marine Corps Medal with Gold Star, Bronze Star Medal with 2 Gold Stars, Navy Commendation Medal, Vietnam Cross of Gallantry, Purple Heart with 2 Gold Stars, Vietnam Service Medal with Bronze Service Star, National Defense Service Medal, UN Service Medal, Korean Service Medal, Korean Presidential Unit Citation, Korean War Service Medal, and Navy Good Conduct Medal. His citation reads, "Under the leadership of Petty Officer Williams, who demonstrated unusual professional skill and indomitable courage throughout the 3-hour battle, the patrol accounted for the destruction or loss of 65 enemy boats and inflicted numerous casualties on the enemy personnel. His extraordinary heroism and exemplary fighting spirit in the face of grave risks inspired the efforts of his men to defeat a larger enemy force and are in keeping with the finest traditions of the United States Naval Service." Working in cooperation with the Navy is the United States Coast Guard, which operates 26 Point-class cutters on the rivers as well. As U.S. forces were scaled back, these vessels were all donated to the South Vietnamese Navy as part of the United States' effort to hand the reins of the war over to the Vietnamese people. Also present to quash the North Vietnamese insurgency are the Navy SEALs, a new form of Navy soldier first envisioned by President Kennedy. May 25th, 1961. In the same speech in which John F. Kennedy promised a man on the moon, he also outlined a proposal to form what would eventually become the United States Navy SEALs program.
In addition, our special forces and unconventional warfare units will be increased and reoriented. Throughout the service, new emphasis must be placed on the special skills and languages which are required to work with local populations.
The allocated funds, over $100 million, go into developing the Navy Sea, Air, and Land Team, or Navy SEALs, in 1962. The force traces its beginning back to the closing years of World War II, when the U.S. Navy Scouts and Raiders School was founded. The teams are utilized in secret anti-communist operations in Cuba, and by 1962, the Navy SEALs are covertly at work in Vietnam. The Viet Cong fearfully call them the men with green faces, in reference to their camouflage face paint. The SEALs are a force to be reckoned with, extremely effective in anti-guerrilla and guerrilla operations, and taking from the Viet Cong what was previously safe territory for the enemy. Their ability to infiltrate enemy territory through unconventional warfare lends them an unpredictability and versatility that is unparalleled. With small, well-trained units, they get high-impact results in situations that would have been impossible by an infiltration of a larger force. They are the Navy's equivalent to the Army's Green Berets and are immediately deployed out to the waterways of Vietnam, disrupting the Viet Cong and North Vietnamese lines of communication and travel. 8 units of SEALs will act in Vietnam on a continuous basis through the height of the Vietnam War. By war's end, they will be responsible for 600 confirmed Viet Cong kills, and for most certainly 300 more unconfirmed.
The new guys, the cherries, and the old guys looked at us a little different. They didn't want to be near you. You didn't want to get to know the new guy's name in case something happened. Your main thing was just to get out of there.
Meanwhile, the Army hangs on with an ever-changing and stressed group of soldiers, with the initial and false belief that the war will be a short one. Soldiers are rotated through Vietnam on year-long tours.
I mean, the government flew me there, but I didn't go in as a unit. And your rotation was basically the same idea. You were there for your 365 days, and you were brought out as a unit, and it'd be a small unit, or you come out as an individual attached to a unit coming home. So, I mean, it was totally different for us.
Thanks for watching. If you'd like to help us produce more compelling historical content like this, please like, comment below, and share this video with fellow history buffs. And of course, be sure to subscribe to help keep history happening.